those accountable who hurt others or loot or steal or destroy property. I think it's very important to do. I think the curfew is fine as long as it's enforced, and it's enforced in a way that was set out by the leaders of the city.
Do you think
well,
it's
Rob, it's 10:37. They haven't enforced it yet. What are we waiting for?
Go ahead, say again, Ed?
Well, I'm saying, I mean, he's right, but you have to enforce it. It's 10:38. Now you're 38 minutes into the curfew. Is it being enforced or is it not being enforced? That's my problem with it. That's why I don't like these things.
Yeah, and I think Ed brings up a point. I mean, if you say 10 p.m., you mean 10 p.m. This is the first night that certainly everyone needs to get used to this rule being in place. But the police department has to enforce. I think they will enforce, but I think they're taking their time at this point, trying to do it in the most peaceful way possible, again, with the world's eyes on them and how they're handling this.
So, Cedric, would you have done a curfew? Do you think that's the right thing?
Well, you know, here's the thing, Don. There's no easy answer to that. Every community is very different. If we go back to Ferguson, right, and the optics at Ferguson were absolutely horrible after they imposed a curfew. So, what it appears to me that Baltimore is trying to do is do something a little different here, not be as confrontational, but of course, they know they got to get the mission done. Community is very different. If we go back to Ferguson, right, and the optics at Ferguson were absolutely horrible after they imposed a curfew. So what it appears to me that Baltimore is trying to do is do something a little different here.
Was hit by that armored vehicle. They drove the vehicle up, and when it got close enough to create a wedge, they ran out and grabbed him, pinned him against that, and then arrested him. They must have perceived, rightly or wrongly, we don't know, but that he was part of this group that was throwing things at them. When he tried to come up the street the first time with his hands up, they were shooting the pepper bullets at him, and he ran back with this other group. He then reapproached again. They let him come. He came across. He told all the media, you need to disperse, when, again, this curfew is not about us. It's about whoever was creating unrest last night. And then as he was walking back and forth, the Humvee came, and they used it as an opportunity, and he's being taken into custody right now, apparently.